Okay, so what the fuck are we doing today?
We have a wannabe Popular custom video to shoot. I've told you this so many fucking times.
Oh, right, okay, so what is it this time? Beans? Feet? Actual feet? Oh shit, are we making tea or just being sarcastic and shouting at someone?
None of the above, actually. We have something fairly different on the docket for today.
Oh, the suspense is killing me. Whatever could it be? Is it something totally serious? Is it going to be really, really serious? Something that I would just be impossible to take the piss out of? Something I could never be sarcastic and just rude about? Oh yeah, I bet you've come up with something just so fucking serious.
Well, we're looking for you to offer some sort of like reassurance, wisdom or something for Felix, who's just learnt that their creator's brain cancer is back with a vengeance. So...
Oh. Shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I would like to take this time to retract all of my opening remarks.
No, too late for that now, bitch. Okay, too fucking late for that. Camera's been rolling. Okay, you're exposed. You're a trash human being. Well, you're a trash dog, but by human standards, you're actually about standard.
I was not prepared for this in advance, okay? This is a sting operation. Leave me alone!
But in any case, you have a tendency to dispel wisdom and stuff similar to wisdom, despite the fact you really don't have a right to be able to do that, so fuck it. Do you want to just give it a go and see what you can come out with?
I mean, I am like the fluffy blue philosopher of the furry fandom, okay? I do have a lot of wisdom deep inside this fluff. So yeah, we can see what we can do. So what kind of connection does Felix have with his creator? Are they like really close? Do they have like memories and shit?
Yeah, that's the tricky part, because he doesn't really remember that, because, you know, the stitching, the designing, the building of it all, that's not what really breathed life into him. That would be when he started being performed. That's when the life came. So yeah, it's a little bit of a hard one to approach.
So you're telling me he only comes alive when someone sticks a hand inside him, huh?
You're really making jokes here with this subject matter. With this kind of video, you're making those kinds of jokes.
I'm just getting my facts straight, okay? So I know which direction to come at this from. Jesus, calm down. But no, I can see why you would come to me with this. This makes some sort of sense.
Why? So that you could make shitty jokes? Not a lot of people come to you for stuff like that. Not deliberately.
No, you fucking idiot. God. No, it's because I can actually understand this sort of thing in a way that you fleshy fuckers clearly cannot.
What? Mortality?
No, I'm talking about creation without birth. You see, you disgusting fleshy things out there, you are just a genetic crapshoot. Just a million different variables mixing with a million other different variables to create something totally unique but totally accidental, completely out of control. You can be created without thought. You can get drunk one night and go and dispel a teaspoon of disgusting stickiness and accidentally create something, okay? And you've got no control over what that something can or will be. And then you've got a million different factors after they have breached into this world of what can influence them and what doesn't. They don't even gain sentience and awareness until like 3 or 5 years old. No one has a memory before that, for God's sake. Okay? People like Felix are much different because they were made with intent. They were made with purpose, with forethought, with planning. They were picked and chosen and selected. There was a lot of thought into exactly who Felix is going to be and how he's going to come to life. This isn't random. You don't just go out and accidentally build someone like this. You don't accidentally create someone like this. It's very deliberate, and if anything, it's an entire lifetime of skill and talent and learning and development that went into creating this form of life. There's more than just one person's lived experience in someone who has been built and designed like this. So when you have all of that to you, you have a creator that put in such conscious, deliberate, passionate forethought and effort, and then you see that creator come under threat. It really hits different.
Huh. I guess I never thought about it like that.
Because how could you? This is not a typical experience that most people can relate it back to in their real life. This is very out there. This is very different. This is very difficult. When you are built and made with such intent, such purpose, such will, such desire and passion, it's easy to believe that that's all you are, that's all you'll ever be, just the summation of someone else's hard work, someone else's experience. And when you start to see that creator become fallible, become mortal, you start to see that they won't be around forever, and you feel like you are the sum of them and their parts, then you have to start to wonder, if they're on their way out, just how much of yourself is going to be left when they're gone, and how much of yourself are they going to take with you?
You think there's a chance of that?
I don't know. I mean, when it comes to someone like Felix, you're right, the true life isn't breathed into them at creation. They are more than just the summation of their parts. They are more than just the things that built them. The life gets breathed into them through performance, through being picked up and given a chance to develop a personality. So it's very difficult. And you can see this in a very disconnected way. I mean, does the iPhone mourn when the factory is shut down? Of course not. But would the iPhone have ever existed without the factory? No. And if we are still things that are built and made and created, then what happens to us when the creator is no more? And there's no chance of anything like us, specifically, being made again, because the one unique person and their unique life that birthed us is gone for good. What does that make us?
So how do you deal with this? How do you reconcile being created like this, but then you see your creator potentially face their end? How do you make that work in your head?
I suppose you'd have to accept some truths. You'd have to accept that creation isn't a purely soulless enterprise. That you don't get to create something without sacrificing part of yourself into that thing. When you birth something into the world, when you give it life, when you give it form, you imprint part of your soul onto it, part of your lived experience, your expertise, your knowledge, your memories. Your very identity becomes intertwined with what you have created. And that's what Felix is a part of. And in that sense, in that imprinting, in that attachment, you build just a little bit of immortality as well. In the things that you leave an effect on, the things in this world that you have an impact on, the memories, all of it, it gives you an opportunity to add to your longevity, because those things that you loved so much, that you were so passionate about, that you cared so much about in building and creating, are still going, even if your body fails, even if mortality comes for you, as it does for all of us. So you have a chance then to live on vicariously through the things that you left behind, through the things that you built, through the people that you helped create and mold. And in that sense, while the transition can be hard, while somebody dealing with their own mortality and there being nothing you can really do about it is very hard to deal with, nobody's ever truly gone. Anybody who's ever left a memory with someone, anybody who's ever had that impact on their life, they're not truly gone. And creators like this have their works live on long before them. We still remember famous artists to this day. You don't even have to hit that level of fame. This is something where you have that deep, meaningful connection with the things that you create, to the point where it is part of you and you are part of them. And it's magical in a way. It's a way of sustaining a legacy and ensuring that the parts of yourself that you truly cared about don't ever truly go away. I suppose you have to learn that these things that they gave you, these gifts, these memories, this passion, is how they live on. And that you have to cherish every second that you have, because it's a second you can share with someone you cared about, who cared enough about you to create you. I guess that's how I would deal with it anyway. But I mean, it's different from person to person, and it's not going to be easy.
I almost feel bad for doubting you. Like, maybe you do have some wisdom in there somewhere, but behind all the fucking dick jokes and feet pics. maybe you are like the blue fluffy Buddha of the fandom.
Buddha, really? Okay, so you're saying I'm fat. Okay, fine.
No, your waistline is saying that, but good deflection. Glad to see that we can still resort to humour when the subject matter gets just a little bit too serious and scary, huh?
But I mean, that's just another way we cope, right? That's why we make stupid jokes. When the darkness starts to creep in, you shine a light into it to fuck it off.
How bizarrely poignant. But, no, thank you. That was good. That was actually pretty good. I think that'll work.
Great, cool, wonderful, excellent. I'm glad I could offer some help. I'm glad I don't have to deal with this shit.
What do you mean?
Oh, the whole being a creation brought to life thing. That being dependent on someone else. How do you reconcile that? The fact that you were built and made for a purpose, and then that you are reliant on someone performing you for you to actually come alive. I don't think I could ever really get my head around that. That's a hard thing to live with. Props to anybody who does, because goddamn.
Yeah, that would be weird, wouldn't it? Yeah, that would be. Do you never think maybe?
What?
Nothing. I think we're done. I think that'll do. I think we've got what we need, and we can avoid that conversation for at least another week. Anyway, yeah.